we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it twice a day.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it in the morning and before dinner.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it, and share it with my doctor. Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor.
Now that I know my blood pressure numbers, I talked with my doctor. We're getting those numbers down.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it.
Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Learn more at manageyourbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
They're too young to vape.
E-cigarettes are the most used tobacco products among youth.
They know vaping is dangerous, don't they?
The majority of youth who vape use flavored products, the kind designed to seem harmless.
If they were vaping, I'd be able to tell.
Many vapes are small, discreet, and resemble everyday items. Don't avoid the conversation. Talk to your kids about vaping. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired in association with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and the station.
Serve Nebraska believes that volunteers are part of what makes Nebraska great. Each year, the Step Forward Awards honors volunteers from across the state who serve their communities in outstanding ways. We hope you'll join us this year at the Step Forward Awards luncheon on October 27th in Omaha. Help us thank volunteers with a celebration to remember. To register, visit serve.nebraska.gov and click Register Now. We hope to see you there. Paid for by Serve Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Mario fue pintor más de 30 años. Cuando me dijo que se le estaban olvidando las cosas, fue difícil. Un día me dijeron que pintara el marco del lado por dentro y pinté el lado de afuera.
Yo le diría a la gente que le diga a su familia lo que está pasando con él.
Si algo se nota diferente, podría ser Alzheimer. Es momento de hablarlo. Visita alz.org/nuestras historias para saber más. Un mensaje de The Alzheimer's Association y The Ad Council.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
In Nebraska, we show up when friends need help. We check in on our neighbors. That's why it's important to know the warning signs of suicide. If you have a friend or neighbor who's withdrawn, stressed, agitated, or talks about suicide, find out how you can help. Call, text, or chat 988 for 24/7 support. You have the power to save a life. Paid for by the University of Nebraska Public Policy Center. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hey racing fans, this is Brie Marie inviting you to join me and James Rowland for the Finish Line every Sunday night from 7 to 8 p.m. Catch up with the local dirt track drivers, national racers, and everyone you need to know about in the world of racing. Don't spin your wheels, hit the gas, and join us Sundays at 7 p.m. for the Finish Line on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
My early Alzheimer's diagnosis was hard to take.
But it gave my mom and me more time to plan, together.
Talk to your family about seeing a doctor. Go to alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Derek Pearson, brought to you by Canopy Street Market.
Yes, sir. On a Monday night.
late night in Lincoln. We'll have to change the music. We'll have to change the intro. Is Bob on vacation? Is that what we're doing, or we're just trying to get?
No, I don't know if we're scaring Bob with his inbox blowing him up, but he's getting them together piece through piece. So we're getting them done. It's just taking a little bit.
He's getting paid. Bob's getting paid. Bob's getting paid. We thank you for hanging out with us on a Monday night. For those of you who are hanging out, some of you are watching the second of 2 Monday Night Football games on the terrestrial. And if you're doing that, bravo. If you're on the apps or social media and you're following that way, appreciate that as well. Lots to talk about over the course of this thing. And again, I will remind you as quickly as we can and as often as we can for you to download the Ticket app. We'll have some programming coming up that would suggest an offer that it might be a good thing for you to do. We'll tie some new projects into it. We got some new shows and some new projects happening. Expanded coverage of your number 1 ranked Nebraska Husker volleyball programs. There'll be 2 different added factors to it. We will have Jalen Reyes every Tuesday starting next week. Of course, tomorrow they're a little busy with the Bluebirds in Omaha. So that'll take place. And then we have post-game coverage for Husker volleyball games set up throughout the course of the season. Looking forward to that because in finding Huskers who are willing to concede that sort of time and to add to it. But we went back to the 90s and got Mandy Monson to come on board and provide some content and bring some Huskers with her. She'll give us some explanation. She's also got daughters in the Lincoln school system. So one's a volleyball player. So I know that she's still connected to the sport in several different ways. She'll have some different teammates and that we will start to put together Husker volleyball postgame shows. Saturday would be the first one as the Huskers take on Arizona. It is an 8:00 first serve, which means postgame should roll sometime around 9:30, 10, which should be right about the same time Husker football postgame show will close up and recap as well. So we will carry that and cover that throughout the course of the week, and then Husker games forward. The weeknight stuff is pretty set up for us to go ahead and post game that way. And she'll just join me, if it's Monday through Thursday. And if it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we'll adjust the schedule accordingly and have coverage there. So you'll be able to call in, you'll be able to text in and follow that. Now, same thing applies for men's basketball. The Husker basketball postgame shows will be in full. We're pretty good and pretty adamant about having a routine for that. Then the question becomes, do you want women's basketball postgame shows? And I'm open to the idea and the suggestion. It is a big week for men's tennis, women's tennis. They're playing, getting their season started. We will have Peter Cobalt tomorrow. He's going to come in at 6 o'clock tomorrow, break down that, and we'll talk about the pro tournament that's coming, pro tour event that's coming to Lincoln in October. We'll give folks a chance to be a part of that, but we'll record some stuff to get people over to their website and to buy tickets, and if they want to sponsor and be a part and get some VIP passes, that sort of thing. You'll be able to talk to Peter about that tomorrow as well. So in the big weekend that is, or that was, I was asked this question earlier today, and I did not have an appropriate answer. So Harrison Arns, I will drag you into this and force your hand.
Yep.
But I was asked this question: has there been a bigger game for Nebraska football in the last 10 years bigger than Saturday against Michigan?
Last 10 years? I mean, I would think maybe
last 7, last 6, last
not
5,
not last 5. I would say. I mean,
last 5.
We've lost 27 ranked top 25 ranked games in a row. So you rack up 27 games that mattered. We lost. It's hard for me to pick the one. Momentum feels good, so you could definitely say this one right here with Michigan coming to you. No head coach. I might be missing a few games, but I mean, this would probably be on the Mount Rushmore of most impactful games. But again, we've lost 27 of these ranked games straight. I have to dig in the memory to figure out how many of those games were up to this magnitude.
What was the last ranked top 25 ranked Nebraska team?
Maybe Mike Riley when we were 7-0 and we beat Oregon, like second game out of the gate.
Was that 17? What year is that?
Or Scott Frost, actually, his first year we were ranked preseason. And then we played a game.
But
so
not in the season.
I think it would have been like 2016. I'll double check for you. But,
right? That in the space that we're in, if we really want to have that discussion of how big of a game this is, how big of an opportunity, how program changing this game can be without putting.
Yeah, we beat number 2 or number 22 Oregon. And that was actually 2016. So yeah.
Okay. So we're in the biggest game in 8 years. And with the possibility of this thing, and remember, one season ago, this team was 3-0.
Mm-hmm.
It was 3-0. For some reason, this feels bigger and or more important that you could change. And if you told me that the loss to Indiana, which was a pummeling, a beatdown,
mm-hmm.
if you tell me that was more of who that team was a year ago than the 3 previous wins, then we have to be careful in how much.
Oh, I know.
How much we put on this particular game. But there's a part of me that wants to put everything in the basket. I want empty pockets. I want to just go all in. I want to go all in. I want the ability and the freedom to go all in and say, listen, and then the question becomes are we wrong in doing so?
Well, I'll tell you what, Michigan's doing everything they can to give us bulletin board material.
Are they? What have they done?
So I mean, for this one, their graphics team shouted out. They use Ernest Hausman, stomping through the cornfields of like Nebraska week, and obviously our former Husker. So you take that one, and then whether you consider it a slap to the face or not, the fact that they picked Nebraska's game where we don't need our head coach on the road in one of the cathedrals of college football. Cathedral might be biased coming from me, but the Michigan decided we don't need.
Well, who's next for them? Michigan State.
Yeah,
it's a bigger game to them.
Is it?
It's a rivalry game.
I know it's a rivalry game, but again, I think it just kind of tells you you're not scared of Nebraska at all.
Why would you be?
So if you're in Nebraska, take that as a slap in the face. Bulletin board material. Or are you going to be like, yeah, you're right. We're just not scary. It's a good idea. Don't bring your coach.
Can't do anything. Can't do anything about it. Nebraska didn't choose. First of all, Michigan didn't in this place. Season opener.
Mm-hmm.
And then Oklahoma. Right?
Yeah.
So who are you choosing? Number 11 or unranked? 2 unranked.
I'm going to pick the games I think I need to win. Nebraska's one of them. What? Let me look at Michigan's schedule. Oklahoma, I mean, it's an alma mater. Oklahoma's a good team. I can understand that one.
Oklahoma,
even if it's beyond just the alma mater point.
Well, I mean, they were, they're 11th.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like I can totally understand wanting your head coach for that one.
And then Central Michigan and Nebraska, who you haven't lost to them since 2013, some crazy thing. It's been a minute.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a minute. 4 in a row.
You know what? New Mexico, I don't need my head coach there. Season opener. The boys.
Yeah, but it has to, you're going to do it back to back so you do not break.
True. I don't know. I'm reaching for some bulletin board
Yeah,
material.
well, because the other side of it is that they were actually not.
I mean, they're not scared of you is the bulletin board material I can give you.
No, no. So here's what from the mouths of the Wolverines today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just so we'll get what it is.
All right.
Justice Haynes on the environment playing Nebraska. Nebraska, I heard the stadium is awesome. I heard the environment is electric. I heard it's going to be a great atmosphere. I'm looking forward to it. Is that bulletin board? No. They're This is from the interim coach. So Poggi says, man, he's talking about Dylan Raiola. He says, man, he's a really good player, isn't he? He's been one for a long time, too. Thought he had a great high school career, obviously, was highly rated. I thought he played well in his first year at Nebraska. I think he's very polished and very dangerous. He goes on. I realized I know so many guys on their staff. He mentioned that the first phone call he received when he got the Charlotte job was from Coach Matt Rule, who welcomed him to Charlotte. Also mentioned coaching Dana Holgerson's son when he was at St. Francis. Also mentioned Ron Brown and Bill Bush as well. It would be really great to see them all. He went on. He said, the team that Michigan faces this week in Nebraska, really good. And that coaching staff has done a really good job with that team. As far as Raiola is concerned, he went deeper. He's a good enough runner that you're undisciplined in your lanes. He can extend plays and keep your defense on the field. He has a huge football IQ. He's one of the few young guys who can actually sit in the pocket and make the right reads. The kid can throw the football, right? He finds open windows. Everybody rallies around him. It appears to be his team on what makes Dylan Raiola dangerous. He went on. He said, on the Huskers defense, he goes, they take great pride in their defense there. The whole black shirts movement there, they're real good. I mean, look at what they've done. I don't care who you play. The results are the results. Matt is a tremendous coach. So when you think about Nebraska, there are things they are. They're big and physical on the offensive line. They have really good body-up receivers. Defensively, there's a lot of movement. Their defensive line is stout as can be. He goes, I'd love their running back. He's a guy whose yards after contact is ridiculous, has unbelievable balance. He said, I do not know if there's a harder place to play than Nebraska. The fans are very loud. The stadium is loud, very raucous. They'll obviously be excited.
Do some Michael Jordan gymnastics, and then we can get there.
Listen,
the only one I can make a Bolton out of is the first guy saying, I can't wait to play there. And you got to do some real heavy Michael Jordan being like, no, you don't want to ever play there. But that's about the best I can do.
Well, they asked him on what it's going to be like. You're playing in Nebraska this week. You don't have a choice. You don't have a choice. And this is a player that played in the SEC. He mentioned that Tennessee was the toughest, loudest place he'd ever played.
It was balling this weekend.
You know,
with the Bulldogs coming
he
in
said,
there.
this is what it is. He said, but I'm looking forward to playing in Nebraska. It seemed respectful.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah. I hate when I understand the narrative, but the reality is if you tell me that you're together in what you believe and what your messaging is and the things that you say to people, then you've covered a detail that is important. And a detail that says, listen, we're not going to go out there and be crazy on social media. Look, you know full and darn well that the coach ain't got nothing to do with what some social media intern put together.
Oh, we see that time and time again.
Look, we know.
With
We
the social
know
media
that.
post.
We know that's not anybody that's going to wear a uniform on Saturday.
Mhm.
That's nobody. That's nobody that's banging heads all day, all week to get prepared to come to Lincoln. I just think it's this way, that it's a wonderful opportunity for Nebraska. The coach in me, in looking for things that Nebraska can take advantage of, It's a thing that can be done. What's the winnable game? It's a winnable game.
Don't say those words around me.
Hey, listen.
They're all winnable games. You got to win them those.
Through historically in recent years, through Nebraska, there are a lot of things you can't say about a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, you're totally right. It just sends shivers down my spine when I hear that phrase.
Well, but here's the thing. If you tell me that you're different and you tell me that you want me to believe that you're different, you want the support, right? You want the raucous crowd. You want the fanaticism. You want it crazed. You want it amped up and as loud as possible. I would fully expect. Now, I can say this as an outsider looking in, that to me, this is a good story for this weekend in college football.
Yeah.
Now, you have to look at the whole schedule. You have to look at the whole schedule and go, well, this is, this would be the game of the week. Well, it would be until you look at all the games, and you go, my bad. I understand. But here, what I fully expect is for the Sea of Red to be active. I expect to see downtown and Haymarket on fire. It's a 2:30 kickoff. So the wake up version of this thing should be on point. When you get up Saturday morning, have your coffee, paint your face, have another cup of coffee before you have the beer. So we're on a 2 cup of coffee before beer Saturday morning.
Yeah, kickoff's not till 2:30. You got some time to let the concoctions brew in the gut.
Let it marinate.
You know what? Do one better. Make an espresso.
Let it marinate.
Mixture.
Let it marinate. Well, you can tell your 11 o'clock can be an espresso, right?
Espresso cocktail.
9 to 8 to. If you're going to the game, you're not sleeping in. You're probably not sleeping in. You're up at 8, like you're marching the floor,
itching a little bit,
right? Like, you know what? It's not an 11 o'clock game where you set out your clothes the night before, where you don't know what you're going to wear, right? I mean, what's your game morning, Harrison? Do you know what you're going to wear on game day?
Nah, you look at the way I dress. I need to work on this part of my game.
I was being kind. I was being super kind.
We do a stain check, and we make sure
Who
it's
does
clean.
the laundry in your house?
I do it all.
You do the laundry. How often do you do the laundry?
Oh, once a week. I'm pretty good with laundry, actually.
Once a week.
Yeah.
You're doing 1 load, 2 loads, colors, white?
2 loads, and then every month we'll throw in the sheets, pillowcases.
How often with the towels?
Towels, I just rotate them. Every time I do laundry, I just throw in all, like, the towels that I have hanging up.
Anything up goes in, and you replace it.
Yeah, the laundry process, phenomenal.
No,
household.
No. You're getting bonus points for this.
Okay. My fashion is the part that lacks big time.
Which I don't understand. You're around people with fashion. What do you?
I don't know.
How is that possible?
Something about the.
First of all, you have to elevate your shoe game. Your shoe game has to go all the way up.
Oh, see, that's where I'm the worst. Like, I just wear these things till they're beaten to death.
Bruh, I don't even know what you have on, which tells me that I don't know what you have on.
I think they're Target.
You hear me, right? You hear me.
The camera's aside, $15. Pretty good shoe. $15. Dan, I'll wear them until the bottom falls out.
Oh,
that's a good way to do it.
Oh, you are from the neighborhood you're from. That is, man.
Yeah, there's no apologies about that either. I'm not going to try to pretend like I grew up in some big city.
Harrison, you haven't even seen these. You've never seen anybody with these Adidas on.
No.
Ever.
No.
Ever.
I don't know where it is. I love the idea of just wearing stuff until it doesn't. It falls apart. Like, I'm buying it to use it. I don't know. I've never been like, I'm gonna make a statement about how cool I am with my shirt.
No. It is a trust thing. It is a trust thing. You see, if you go into a black neighborhood with old shoes, they don't trust you.
That's all right.
They don't. No, it's not. No. If you're trying to get out of the neighborhood, no. Dirty shoes will get you a problem. You gotta take care of your feet, man. You got to take care of your dogs.
Think if I wear some Under Armour basketball shoes, that'll fly.
listen.
I'm not crazy. I won't wear Under Armour basketball.
They would. What's wrong with the Steph Currys?
Ugly. Under Armour shoes are some of the ugliest ones out there. Unless you're going in the football version,
Huh?
even then, I'm just Under Armour. I'm out.
Oh my God, I love Under Armour.
Really, I like their dry fit. I like a lot of their clothes. The shoes I've never been able to get behind.
Just for the Steph Currys, I'm in. Like, and it's fully a Steph Curry thing.
I mean,
I don't know. Quite frankly, I don't know what other athletes, basketball athletes, wear Under Armour. I really don't.
I mean, he started the mold. He made Under Armour.
Like, I don't know who else wears them. So the ones that I've worn, twofold. One, they were Steph's.
Mm-hmm.
So the different versions of Steph in different colors, of course, in different colors. The high school that I was at in Houston, in Texas. Okay, this tells you how bougie this school was. We were an Under Armour school.
Ooh.
We were an Under Armour school, and they provided each coach, I want to say $2,500 worth of gear, Under Armour gear, every season. This school gave me, I want to say 4 pair of Under Armours to wear throughout the season. We had a game pair, we had a summer practice pair, we had a regular season practice pair, we had a road pair, and a home pair.
Now, hear me out. What if you did the Harrison route and your school was like, we're going to go and 1. We can buy like 5, everyone could have like 50
but they didn't,
pairs
the school
of
the
shoes.
school didn't buy them. Under Armour delivered them.
Oh, okay.
In our colors.
Okay.
In our colors, man. And we were green, white, and black. And gray. So
what year is this? I'm trying to think.
I want to say 2015.
Okay, so Under Armour. Okay, that's about right.
Right. So I'll find it. We're gonna go to break. I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna find the picture because when I took the job, and I didn't know I was gonna work at the school. When I took the job, and the very first the day the guy hired me, and I signed my contract, he walked me into a trailer, and said, "Where's your car?" And I'm like, "Why?" And he says, "Because you're gonna need it." Harrison, what followed, I literally called Barry Thompson. I called Barry. I called Everett. I called all of my coaching friends, and I went, "You're not going to believe it. You're not going to believe it." So, and Harrison, this was for every sport. I coached 3 sports, 12 pair of Under Armour.
So you're walking,
yeah,
78 every year, $7,500 worth of Under Armour gear
every year.
No wonder you're just like handing stuff to student athletes all the time from like 40 years ago.
I try to explain it to you. All right, we'll go to break. I'll find the picture. We'll come back. I do want to talk about the schedule this week. I want to talk about the matchup. There's some numbers within the Michigan story. Again, it's late night, so whatever rabbit hole we end up down, that's where we're going to end up. Go down there with us. We'll be right back.
This is where it happens. Long hikes with friends, kayaking adventures with family, more horseback riding, zipline gliding, rock face climbing, hammock camping fun than you could ever imagine. And it's all outdoors, amongst the trees and across the prairie, here beneath Nebraska skies. Plan an outing today at yournebraskaadventure.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here. I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe, and is the best way to protect that legacy.
Protect your legacy. Visit ready.gov/plan for the tools and tips you need to start your emergency preparedness plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Pastor Tom. Did you know there's a place kids can seek out help when they're away from home and something goes wrong? They find themselves in a difficult spot or even a dangerous situation. Maybe another child is bullying them or a stranger is following them. Perhaps on a date and things just go bad. In Lincoln, here's where they can find help. It's called Safe Place. Safe Place is a national program for children taking place in thousands of cities across the United States. The People City Mission is sponsoring this program in our community and has set up a number of businesses, fire stations, schools, and nonprofits around the city to become safe locations where kids can seek out help. They just need to look for the big yellow sign that says Safe Place on it. Then go inside and ask for help. We will be quickly connected to them and ensure they make it back home or to whatever resources are needed. If you'd like to find out more about Safe Place and ways in which you can get involved, just go to pcmlincoln.org. Remember, when we all do a little, we change a lot.
Hey guys, it's Nick. We had a great week 1 high school football matchup where Lincoln North Star got the 14-10 win over Lincoln Southwest, but now it's time to turn our attention to one of the best rivalries in Nebraska. This Friday at 8 p.m., join me and Jay Foreman for Lincoln Southeast versus Lincoln Southwest. Southeast is coming in off of a dominating 30-0 win versus Grand Island, while the Silverhawks look to get their first win of the 2025 season. Kickoff is slated for 8 p.m. from Seacrest Field, with pregame coverage beginning at 7:45. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday night for Lincoln Southeast versus Lincoln Southwest, right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We've been hunting these fields north of Kearney since high school. My buddy Ryan has always been my wingman, the life of the party. But I saw a change, and he got really down. Talked about his life being worthless.
If you know someone who's struggling, talk to them about temporarily storing their guns away from their home, taking care of friends and neighbors. It's what we do in Nebraska. Paid for by the University of Nebraska Public Policy Center, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it twice a day.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it in the morning and before dinner.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it, and share it with my doctor. Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor.
Now that I know my blood pressure numbers, I talked with my doctor. We're getting those numbers down.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it.
Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Learn more at manageyourbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something serious. I know you love me. I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Okay, kids, Dad's gonna teach you how to dance. First, spread your feet apart. Then, pump your knee, nod your head, shake your hips, and bite your lip ever so slightly. Now, with one hand in the air, point at people with the other hand. I call that the rock star.
Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids.
Now, make a face like it just smells something bad.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Ashiro's work is never done. You care for the house, the kids, and our future. We're so grateful for all you do. Now, it's time to care for yourself and save a little more for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to boost your retirement savings now. Visit aceyourretirement.org/Shiro today.
A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
This is how we do every day. We be grinding, and if you wanna come and text us,
if you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music,
this is Mommy's jam.
then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at NHTSA.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
We've been hunting these fields north of Kearney since high school. My buddy Ryan has always been my wingman, the life of the party. But I saw a change, and he got really down. talked about his life being worthless.
If you know someone who's struggling, talk to them about temporarily storing their guns away from their home, taking care of friends and neighbors. It's what we do in Nebraska. Paid for by the University of Nebraska Public Policy Center, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
When you live a tobacco-free life, you're free to live more fully. You're free to be more active and to breathe easier when you are, to be more present with family and friends, and to enjoy food and drinks more fully without nicotine dulling your senses. Tobacco-free can mean better physical health, mental health, and financial health. Giving up tobacco can give you more life. Learn more at quitnow.ne.gov. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska, aired in association with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
You're listening to One on One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. We will give us an update for Major League Baseball, and then we will give an update. I saw the Chargers go ahead on a long TD pass, and they scored again since then. They lead 17-6 at halftime over the Raiders. Of course, in game one, just missed opportunities. Texans had the lead, couldn't convert two-point conversion. Up by 5, they get ahead. It's 21-14. Baker Mayfield drives the Bucs all the way down. They score, and they win it 20-19. Just
brutal for Stroud and the boys.
Yeah, I mean, it looked the way it was back and forth. So it's not really a surprise that that's what's going on. But again, we still don't really know these teams.
No.
And that came up about Huskers in Michigan, that we don't really know these teams. There's some numbers that are in play.
I don't really know anybody in the NFL this year outside of the Eagles and the Ravens. Even though the Ravens lost, I feel like I got a good idea on who they are. Bills. Everybody else, even the Colts, man. The Colts Broncos.
Well, what do you do with them? Did you ask Raph about the Colts?
Yeah, we talked about it at about the end there. And
was he crying?
No, he was actually he was okay.
Stoic about it?
Yeah, he was stoic.
Under control?
Yeah, I think he's still
I was worried
fully
about
trusting the process.
I was worried about him, and then I fully expected like Austin Orman to text during Raph's show just to rub salt in the wound.
I thought so too, but it's been pretty calm.
Yeah, I like the Broncos team. I like the way they play. Yes, they do some things, but that's what young teams do. They, if you're riding, it's like the Commanders. If you're with a young quarterback, sometimes it's not going to really be what you want it to be.
Packers are good too. Yeah. I should say that's another team I feel like I know more about than most others. Packers look nice.
Well, I feel vindicated. I mean, one, you can't. You have to put an asterisk by it because nobody had Micah Parsons lining up for the Packers defense. So whatever you thought of the Packers, again, the playoff team a year ago, and what we know about playoff teams is when you get that elite top level defensive player to add to it. I mean, the Broncos, we know what that looked like. The Packers in previous year, with Reggie White, we knew what that looked like.
That's how Sue became just a hired assassin at the end of his career. He just hang out middle of the season. You want a hired assassin? Pick me.
Yeah, you knew what you were getting, and still in trying to identify who's legit. And again, there are too many things in play. So quarterbacks falling down. I mean, if you're betting on the Bengals, a Joe Burrow toe injury, everybody else said, please protect Joe Burrow at all costs. Wasn't a thing. Not really a thing. Quarterbacks falling down all over. Brock Purdy sitting out. Of course, the Mac Jones era has begun for the 49ers. Of course, Haas Tabrizi was losing his mind Sunday morning and then losing it even more Sunday afternoon as the 49ers played the Saints. And he's like, oh yeah, watch they need to pay him more and get rid of Brock Purdy crowd. And I was like, bruh, he's beating the Saints. Like, it's like that is the worst team in all of the NFL. I'm willing to go out that the Saints and the Panthers, whoever loses the season series, right? And they're probably tied because bad teams tend to do that. But those two teams are going to be in the discussion for whatever quarterbacks you want. And just take South Carolina's quarterback, send him to Carolina, take Arch Manning, send him to the Saints, and let's be done. Let's move along and figure out the rest of
I'm trying to sell him on Martinez still. Adrian Martinez. I'm like, hey, if you're that fed up with Purdy, just go ahead and plug in the man.
Well, but Mac Jones balled out.
Yeah, I know.
He totally balled out.
He looks pretty good.
He balled out. It
Almost
was
like that system is more indicative of,
Well, we've been saying all
quarterbacks
along that that's what's been happening. And we understood that whoever was there, you do have one of the three best running backs in all of football. You have one of the three best tight ends in all of football. You can't keep them healthy. You have one of the three best left tackles in all of football, one of the three best middle linebackers, all of football. You have one of the three best secondaries, all of football, like one of the three best defensive ends in all of football. Like, so I get I get the angst because that's just what elite program fans do is angst.
Yeah.
They angst better at a higher level than all of us mere mortals who
Well, yeah, you're used to eating from a silver spoon. The moment you got to go out into the public with the others.
who just have to what? Get the nerve of being able to put multiple Super Bowl titles on your jacket. Right? Like,
And then find a way to complain every year.
and just they're never happy, my friends. So I was invited to come down to New Orleans. Had friends who were all down there. Actually, my best friend Lassie Mitchell was a Niners fan. He was going down. Him and his brother, they go to a couple of games. So they're going to New Orleans because it's New Orleans. And
Good time.
it's New Orleans. They also went to Baton Rouge on Saturday for Saturday night. Right.
Nice.
Right. I was like, oh. So this past Saturday was as good of a Saturday night as I can remember in a long time because there were so many just epic things happening. Great college football games, UFC, Bud Crawford, like it was just lined up perfectly. So he goes to Baton Rouge and he's just sending pictures of Cajun food, which stop it.
Favorite kind of food right there.
Oh, it was just insanity. And then, they go and watch the Niners and Saints. And of course, now put it on your list of NFL stadiums that you must go to a game to. If you are a pro football fan, we could come up with a hierarchy of stadiums that you must go to and probably consider the matchup that's also tied to it, because going to Washington to see the Commanders, good. It's only great if you're going to see them against the Cowboys or Eagles or Giants. You have to in division.
Right.
And even now, the Giants, not so much. Eagles, yes. Crowd crazy. Cowboys, no matter what. But there's so many Cowboys fans at a Commanders-Cowboys game. There's so many Cowboys fans.
Yeah, sometimes you got to wait generations for the matchup to really hit. Because I could say Packers-Bears, but might want to give it a minute before that one.
Well, but Packers-Lions this year, that if you go to Lambeau.
I think Lambeau's one of the best
If you
venues.
go to Lambeau and it's, I mean, Packers fans may still say that it's Packers-Bears to go to a game at Lambeau. Then the question is, when do you go to Lambeau? Because do you
early
go?
in the year.
Well, but if you really want the experience, don't you have to go in December?
I know, but it's just not going to mean a whole lot.
Well,
So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you got to wait years, but like I think.
Well, it could mean a whole lot this year if they're playing for something.
We'll see.
If they're playing for something.
I'm trying to build myself. I'm giving Ben. It's just going to take some time.
Have you been to a Bears home game?
No, I have not been to Soldier Field.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Harrison Arns. What are you doing? Stop it. Really?
No, I've not been to. I've been to Arrowhead, and that's it for NFL stadiums.
To steal from the movie Blazing Saddles, I am depressed.
To be honest,
You haven't really.
no, man.
Have you been to Wrigley?
I've been to Wrigley. Yes.
You've been to Wrigley.
Mm-hmm.
Who'd you see the Cubs play at Wrigley?
I think this would have been a way back. I was a young and I might have been the Sox, White Sox. Couldn't tell you.
If you can't tell me it wasn't.
I was a young boy, DP. So
you haven't been as a grown up.
No, I couldn't tell you the adult experience. I've been to Target Center, which was not a great game. I just wanted to see LeBron James play, and he didn't play, so that sucked.
Okay, we're gonna go to break, and we're gonna go up down this rabbit hole. Like, these are some of the things you have to do, Harrison.
I know, but you know what? Midwest kids just live life a little bit differently. I don't know what it is.
Y'all need to stop. See this? You have to experience things to be able to understand things.
It is true.
Like, you can't.
Things are really expensive these days.
They're no more expensive than they were when I was coming up relative to that time.
That could be true, yeah.
Like, it's always been the same level of cost. I mean, I can name some of the biggest events I've ever been to. And in that era, to see the Eddie Murphy live tour where they did Delirious at Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C., you would think that since they recorded it and, it was a live deal and they recorded it and it was going straight to, tape and HBO and all those things, that it cost an arm and a leg. I'm pretty sure it cost $40. At the time, that was a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
That was a pretty big deal. But I think I still have the ticket stub, as a matter of fact. I need to find the ticket stub for Eddie Murphy. I mean, think about it. His tour, I'm trying to think of who else I saw. Yeah. I saw Prince in concert. I saw the Prince 1999 tour. Hammer at his apex. Trying to think, Journey. I saw Queen at their apex.
Journey or Queen at that point would be incredible.
Yeah, I mean, and so I will go back and tell you what those tickets were, but I would imagine that if they played today in those venues, the number would be a number. It would be a Lady Gaga, Taylor Swift number.
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, the third party like Ticketmasters, those guys really hurt the game.
Well, the internet. Here's the thing: everybody has access now.
Mm-hmm.
Before, you could go online and get a ticket. You had to go stand in line at Heck Company. You had to stand in line at some department, Sears, stand in line with 3,000 of your favorite friends, hoping that the crappy seats weren't the only ones left, and they always were.
It is kind of a crazy era just thinking about you guys like not being able to order online.
You would call on the phone and you would wait.
I was gonna say there's a good chance you'll waste your entire day.
Hours, man. just sitting on the phone hoping somebody would pick up and go, Ticketmaster, yeah.
At that point, you're probably just paying $500. Even in that time period.
No, you're paying face value, but you have to wait.
Mm-hmm.
You're paying. Well, the top tickets were the first ones to go. So your rafter seats, if it's an RFK, all the lower bowls are gone, man. You're up at the top of the building just hoping to get in. Like, it's just HFS Festival. Oh my God, it was such a great thing. Imagine 30 bands over 2 days and you would buy these tickets and the tickets would cost you maybe $30. But getting them?
That's the challenge.
Act of Congress, sir. We were. You guys have it so good.
I forgot about that part.
Yeah,
that is an act of Congress.
Y'all need to get out. Y'all need to get out and go watch some stuff because whatever you're paying now is what you're supposed to pay. We'll be right back to Late Night in Lincoln.
Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids.
First, I hold my hands out like they're on a steering wheel. Then I look over my shoulder. Next, I put it in reverse.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something serious. I know you love me. I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Ashiro's work is never done. You care for the house, the kids, and our future. We're so grateful for all you do. Now it's time to care for yourself and save a little more for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to boost your retirement savings now. Visit aceyourretirement.org/Shiro today.
A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here. I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe and is the best way to protect that legacy.
Protect your legacy. Visit ready.gov/plan for the tools and tips you need to start your emergency preparedness plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
When you live a tobacco-free life, you're free to live more fully. You're free to be more active and to breathe easier when you are, to be more present with family and friends, and to enjoy food and drinks more fully without nicotine dulling your senses. Tobacco-free can mean better physical health, mental health, and financial health. Giving up tobacco can give you more life. Learn more at quitnow.ne.gov. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired in association with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat.
Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as confident as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm going to take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Ashiro's work is never done. You care for the house, the kids, and our future. We're so grateful for all you do. Now it's time to care for yourself and save a little more for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to boost your retirement savings now. Visit aceyourretirement.org/Shiro today.
A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat.
Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as confident as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
You're listening to One-on-One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back.
I knew it.
I have to explain, like, this, but this is why you have to get out of Lincoln. You have to get out of Lincoln in order to experience. Okay, so everything that we love about sports,
yes,
is better when you know other versions of it. And as much as I love going to games at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska, it is in part due to the fact that I've been other places that I can compare it to, good and bad. Good and bad. Like you see different fan bases. You see different vibes. You hear different music. You see different dances. You meet different people. You eat different food. You drink different drinks, and you cheer differently. And so folks that don't know, I was just sharing, and I was going to talk about it in an hour or two, was sharing some of Noche UFC.
Looked awesome.
And explaining that having paid for tickets for a portion of my life, because I love sports, so going to games, and I can tell you, I've been to a lot of Major League Baseball games where I only paid $5 for the ticket. I can remember the progression of going. I could go to a Washington Senators game. Now the Senators don't even exist anymore, but the Washington Senators playing at RFK Stadium, when the Senators first in your hearts, last in the American League West, American League East. First in your hearts, last in the American League East, which is why they end up moving to become the Texas Rangers. But the final 2 or 3 years, they were terrible. I mean, epically terrible. Like some record-breaking terrible baseball was being played.
Worse than what the Rockies are this year.
Oh, bruh,
God.
Bruh, for the love.
We're talking really bad.
I'm going to bring up the stats for the final 2 years of the Washington Senators to tell you if there was one player who hit 300. One. There may have been one.
In that era, too. That's crazy.
One. One. Like, I can tell you. Literally. Okay. We have time. We have time.
Yeah,
We're gonna do this because I'm just bruh, to tell you, it's either 1971 or 70. 70, I think. So in 1970, they were 70 and 92. 70 and 92.
Okay, not the worst thing I've ever seen.
Not the worst thing. Let me look at 71. 71, 63 wins. So,
we're sneaking towards putrid.
They were heading. Now, do you know who? I'm going to blow your mind here. Do you know who the manager, the skipper of the 1971 Washington Senators are? It will blow your mind. One of the 3 greatest hitters to ever live. Yeah. You had to pause for a minute, didn't
79?
71.
71?
Bruh. Ted Williams was the manager of the 71 Washington Senators.
How old was Ted Williams at that time?
Oh, he was I would say he was in the 60s.
Okay.
The leading hitter, let me find it. Let me find it because I'm just telling you, the numbers were horrific. Oh dear God, they were bad.
Just
holy crap!
Getting PTSD looking at it.
So one of my first sports heroes was a guy by the name of Hondo. He was called the Washington Monument. He was 6'7", 260 pounds. His name was Frank Howard. He led them with 26 home runs that year. 26 home runs, 83 RBI. You want to know who was second? You know who was second? Guess how many home runs the guy who hit the second most home runs on the team hit that year?
I'm gonna the way you're saying it. Give me 15.
10. 10. 10.
What a year!
What
a year for the boys.
The great Don Mincher was second on the team with 9 bombs. 9 bombs. That was 10 bombs. 10 bombs and 45 RBI. The second leading RBI guy on the team was with 45. 45. No wonder they moved the team. They had to. They had to move that team to Texas. Listen, this team, so this is what this team did. They had one of the great high-dollar rookies drafted ever. Pitcher. All the hype in the world. His name was Pete Broberg. And Harrison, they couldn't rush this guy up to the majors fast enough. It didn't matter. I'm not sure how quickly he got there. I just remember the rush because people would, the hope was that he was going to come up in Strasburg, this thing. And no. Pete Broberg.
Oh, gosh.
Pete Broberg was 2-5. Oh, boy. That wasn't good. He had, oh man, that wasn't good. So he was 5-9. Their star pitcher. We're going to go long because we're on the stream. So we'll get in line here, but we're down the rabbit hole.
Actually, we got to go. We do got to throw the break here.
We have to go to break.
Yeah, we got to get that legal ID in.
Okay, let's get the legal ID in, and then we'll come back again all the way down the rabbit hole.
All right, we'll do that next. Don't go anywhere.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Hi, everybody. Charlie Stone back again with Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, there are so many great things to talk about right now. Let's start with new and pre-owned vehicles.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, we're all excited those days of inventory shortages are behind us. Right now, we have more than 400 new Hondas to choose from and over 125 pre-owned with just about any make or model in stock.
I know certified pre-owned Hondas are a very important part of your dealership. Tell us about certified, Andy.
We always have a great selection of certified pre-owned Hondas in stock in like new condition, and they also come with a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
How about service?
You know, our amazing service department not only services Hondas, but we service just about any make, and we are one of the largest tire dealers in the state. Look us up the next time you need tires on your car.
Experience the best at the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza, the big one, all the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it twice a day.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it in the morning and before dinner.
I get it, slip it, cuff it, check it, and share it with my doctor.
Nearly 1 in 2 U.S. adults have high blood pressure. That's why it's important to self-monitor your blood pressure in 4 easy-to-remember steps. It starts with a monitor.
Now that I know my blood pressure numbers, I talked with my doctor. We're getting those numbers down.
Get it, slip it, cuff it, check it. Talk to doctor now and share it.
Be next to talk to your doctor about your blood pressure numbers. Get down with your blood pressure. Self-monitoring is power. Learn more at manageyourbp.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, the American Heart Association, and the American Medical Association, in partnership with the Office of Minority Health and Health Resources and Services Administration.
Men in Nebraska can be set in their ways, but they can also be quick to change their minds. Just 10 minutes can be enough to step back and rethink the life-ending decision of suicide. If you have a friend or family member who's struggling with depression, talk to them about temporarily storing their guns away from their home. Paid for by the University of Nebraska Public Policy Center. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association in this station.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something. Something serious. I know you love me. I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
This is where it happens. Long hikes with friends, kayaking adventures with family, more horseback riding, zipline gliding, rock face climbing, hammock camping fun than you could ever imagine. And it's all outdoors, amongst the trees and across the prairie, here beneath Nebraska skies. Plan an outing today at yournebraskaadventure.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Derek Pearson, brought to you by Canopy Street Market.
Yes, sir. Late night in Lincoln. Appreciate you owls, hanging out with me.
I'm always amazed how many owls there are.
Yeah, we're out here. Get the word out. You vampires and emos, get them all.
Yeah,
Get
what
'em
does
all.
ED always call me? Wolfman Jack? Was that
Yeah.
nighttime radio guy? What was that? What's the deal with that guy?
Oh dear heavens,
Come on, you're supposed to help me out. We're
Wolf-
doing these
Wolf-
hours late at night, so you don't expose me during the day.
This is the full the full deal. That back in the day, I know his actual name because it's actually my brother's name. He's Robert Smith. It's Robert Smith.
Wolfman
but
Jack is actually
Wolfman
Robert
Jack.
Smith.
Wolfman Jack. Maybe
Interesting.
one of the most iconic voices. That you could hear it and identify it as Wolfman Jack. It was deep and grisly and cool.
Okay, I've heard it a lot. The name, I can't remember so is he before Howard Stern? Then I'm taking it.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yes. He passed away early. Yeah, it was he was think Casey Kasem, Dick Clark of music, being able to pull together these stories. He hosted late night concert shows. He was a DJ in full.
Wolfman Jack has got to be the best nickname looking what he looks like.
Yeah. Oh no, it was perfect.
He is Wolfman.
It was perfect. It was perfect. And he was good. I mean, it made all the sense in the world. But he said
Robert Weston Smith?
Yeah, Robert Smith.
Weston Smith though, it's also like
New York.
affiliated with the gun or no?
Well, I mean, but he to go through what he was attempting to do, he just made it cool. Whatever thing he was talking about, he had a certain rhythm and cadence to what he would say and how he would say it. He was one of the first cool DJs.
Well, this is one of his quotes right here, and I didn't ask for a cool quote. It's just like Wolfman Jack quotes. He said, "Never prayed for money, never played for fame. I said I'll just go take care of that myself." Like, what a cool guy!
Yeah, he would
like,
he would howl at the moon. He would howl at the moon. And it was just he was amazing. I mean, great pitch man. Did a lot of commercials along the way. So, but the late night folks. Alan Freed in Cleveland back in the day. As a matter of fact, Johnny Holiday, who is now the voice of the Maryland Terrapins, he's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because of his time as a rock and roll DJ before he got into sports. And I mean, you're talking about a guy that was in San Francisco emceeing for the Beatles, for crying out loud. Like when the Beatles first came to the country, he was.
We call it the British invasion.
Yeah, he was he was like their third show maybe, and then I think he did their final American show. He was the MC. The Bay. He actually worked with Sly Stone, the great musician. They did radio together in San Francisco, and in Cleveland. He did play-by-play for the Browns. He had a speaker with a microphone attached to it, and he did the play-by-play from the sideline, just walking up and down the sideline. Remarkable stuff. I mean, I need to get Johnny back
That's
on.
incredible.
Yeah, I mean, Johnny Holiday. I mean, he's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the Sports Hall of Fame.
That's probably, I mean,
that's a unique pairing.
Yeah, some people, they always say that's always the want of the other one. The pro athletes want to be like the musicians, and the musicians want to be like the pro athletes.
Johnny was everything. He was an actor. He did several TV series, Broadway stuff, played charity, was one of the great fundraisers in all of music. Fundraising events. He had a basketball team. Imagine a radio host or a jock radio in DC, and you're going to play this radio station, and Rick Barry shows up to play for the radio station. Or imagine you're playing softball and Brooks Robinson and Jim Palmer show up.
You could pull something similar to that with the ticket. You can start like a ticket team and then just have like two dogs pull up and be like, this is supposed to be like intramural city league, and you got
100%
two Hall of Famers.
100%. But yeah, he's one. I mean, again, he's currently the voice of Maryland basketball, Maryland football. So I'll see him when the Huskers go to College Park in a couple of weeks. I was invited. He and Coach Loxley invited me to the Terps sideline, which will ante up and see whether I get a similar offer from the Huskers. Probably not.
Loxley's always been a pretty cool guy.
Probably not. Probably not.
They better.
Probably not.
Can't let the Terps beat you to it.
Hey man, if I'm on the sideline and for the Terps, listen, it's like UFC. You go where you want it. You go where you want it.
I mean, if I got offered courtside to go sit at the Terps, I'd do it. The only one I wouldn't do it is Hawkeyes. But.
Well, this is what happened last year. So in DC, I was in DC for a funeral. And I get a phone call asking if I was going to be at the game that day. And I was like, what are you talking about? And they're like, well, the Huskers are in town. Husker basketball. And I was like, oh. Totally skipped my mind, blew it. Fine. The guy was with Maryland, and he was like, we got you covered. Come on through. So I grabbed my brother. We drove to their basketball arena. Which I've been at 100 Maryland football and basketball games if I've been to 3. I walk up to the will call, and the lady's like, oh, you're DP. And she hands me an envelope. Two credentials, 2 tickets, 2 food and beverage vouchers, right? And I'm like, okay. So I thought I was just going, like, they put me in media, No, I walked down and literally just flat. I'm like, where's this? And the guy goes, he points in that direction. Go down to this aisle. Go down the floor. So I'm like, oh, well, they got us like those low media seats.
Right.
Which is still a thing in some places, by the way.
Really did get away with those.
Yeah. Again, when I said that the beauty of going other places, how other people do things sometimes, and you just want to go, okay, not complaining, just making a statement. I walk down, and they keep pointing, and then I finally look at my brother looks at the ticket, and he goes, "This says we're down there on the floor, in the first row, sitting directly across from Nebraska's bench." Via the Maryland Terrapins.
Did you do it? You wave the boys?
Well, I walked over. This is what's funny. I walked over. I walked around the baseline, which some people weren't real. Now, I still didn't have on the credential. I'd never put it on. Because the people are, hey, it's DP. Welcome back. Never needed it.
We're the Huskers fan. We're sitting over here, DP. Husker fan base is, hey, DP.
No, these are the Maryland people.
Oh.
These are the Maryland people who are going, hey, DP, welcome home. Welcome back. Good to see you. Walt Williams, the wizard, right, who does radio for Maryland with Johnny Holiday. He's waving me up. Come on, get over here. So I'm walking. I had to walk on the on the Nebraska side of the basket. And I walked baseline and then behind the Huskers bench. Well, there behind the Huskers bench is Governor Pillen. There's a bunch of Husker people, VIPs. I walked past some Nebraska employees. I walked past them. which had to be pretty interesting for them because I didn't have a credential. Why is DP in Maryland? Why is he here? And why is he down here?
Was this last year you said?
Yeah, this was literally last year.
I think you're probably like some sort of an enigma still.
Well,
you're
so,
just kind of like
no,
showing
this
up
was
and they
last
don't know
year.
how.
Well, no, I had been with them in Hawaii. I had been with them.
But they don't. It's still.
Orlando.
Like,
It's still people still just trying to figure out what is up with him. But I'm walking behind the bench, and so Johnny Holiday, of course, gets up. Hug, high five. Walt Williams, Chris Naki, who is Johnny Holiday's right hand, so his analyst. And Chris Naki, I actually coach. Barry and I coach Chris Naki's son at Woodson. So now, again, Chris Naki was one of the best basketball players in all of DC. Played at GW, one of the leading scorers. Incredible guy, great family, whole shebang. And I'm just meeting there's Lamont Jordan who does football, and you see Lynn Elmore, you're seeing some Maryland folks. And my brother's like, yeah, this is awesome because all my heroes are here. This is spectacular. But I had to walk back past the Nebraska people after just spending time with the Maryland people. And they're still kind of wondering, well, where's your credential? Like, did I use a ticket credential to get in? Did I use a Nebraska credential to get in? No, I didn't need one. So I'm just walking around and they're all like, okay. So it takes a minute before like Sam Hoiberg and the guys see me sitting over there and it becomes, part of the deal and you're going through. And I actually spoke to Governor Pillen, had a conversation, but it was, again, it's the Johnny Holiday effect of I cut my teeth with Maryland. So, I get treated differently in some other buildings. So if I go to a Panthers game, I'm going to be treated pretty well. If I'm going to go to
is there one
a Utah Jazz game, I'm going to be treated well. University of Utah. Matter of fact, University of Utah allowed me to travel with the team. They actually allowed me to travel with the team. So different organizations, different universities, different pro teams, they just do it differently. And again, okay, let's go to this weekend. And there's Vegas. So fully credentialed to go to Vegas and watch Bud. But there's UFC Noche in San Antonio. So I have family in San Antonio. So it was good to go do that thing. But I also know, as much as boxing loves me, now UFC was co-promoting this, the Crawford fight. So I was going to get pretty good treatment. But relative to where was I going to get better treatment? San Antonio.
100%.
Well, I showed you the video of UFC and how they treated me. Now, they invited me to the very first U.S. viewing of The Rock's movie, The Smashing Machine.
Oh, that's right. You're going to let me know if that was good, if I should put it on the list when it comes
Put
out.
it on the list. Put it on the list. Very informative, very detailed. I mean, you still have to cast yourself because The Rock is so iconic that even with prosthetics, you still know it's The Rock. Like a big part of it is the physical nature of this fighter, of Mark Kerr. Like that was his thing, was his physicality. So, and then I kept thinking how amazing Rock was in it. And then I kept also thinking I could also see Dave Bautista playing this part.
Really?
Right? Same body type, same facial makeup. Like I could have seen that. Not sure that Dave Bautista would have put up the money that Rock put up to do it. But Kerr was there. Mark Coleman, another UFC Hall of Famer. So Kerr and Coleman were like UFC 14 through 24. But you're currently at UFC 319. If that gives you any idea of when you talk about pioneers of this thing.
Yeah.
That it was still nickel and dime. It was still kind of building itself. It took a pocket 5 years of his life, of his career, and showed that all the drama, all the chaos, dealing with pride, the organization, the MMA organization overseas, Japan, that you got to deal with, some of the stuff that goes on there, his psychological problems, his dependency problems. There's a bunch, right? And you're just there. But again, I'm in the space, and it's me and Hall of Famers. It's me and UFC Hall of Famers. And I'm just like, one of these things is not like the other one. What are these? Like, I was just
hanging out with the boys.
Like, sometimes you just you just have to ride and go, okay, this is what we're doing.
Well,
this is what we're doing. Ride with it.
Better get along with everybody in that room. There's not one dude you can take it down if it goes south.
Listen, I was the safest dude on the planet.
I'm sure.
I was the safest guy on the planet. Because, look, you talk about the gorilla and the 100 men. Them 100 men might have had a legitimate shot.
No, yes.
Like a legitimate shot. Great movie, but the treatment. And then, of course, all the press conferences that go on, and then the engagements.
So like a watch party after for those who
there was a watch party.
Okay.
So you had another one with fans that could come in. I think they gave, I want to say 200 tickets for fans who could watch.
I'm talking like for Canelo and Crawford. Like, was there a big chunk of UFC people that were just like hanging around? After?
100%. But
Okay.
well, a lot of it. Well, so the UFC was set up so that the events were earlier in the day and earlier than they normally are.
Yeah.
Prelims started at 2:00. Normally they're at 5.
Yeah, they're definitely
It
making
started
sure
at 2. Well,
you can connect
to
them
give
both.
the 3 hours of time for you to get from San Antonio to Vegas. It takes you 2 hours in a chartered plane. At least that's the conversation that was held. I was invited to fly with the UFC people who were leaving San Antonio to go to Vegas to get there in time for the fight. No.
Well, you got family in San Antonio.
It was just no. But so much so that they put me in the front row. Now they have media that travels with them everywhere. And those people are UFC in full. I am the next branch of reporters who cover the UFC. I am invited to 20 events a year. I try to go, like, depending on the Husker schedule,
Right.
like what's going on. You have to pick and choose. I think I end up at 6, anywhere from 6 to 8, depending on the year. And it depends on the cards and that sort of thing. This one, I'm literally, it's me in the octagon. And so I shared some videos and people were like, that's crazy. As a matter of fact, the funny thing is that, so I'll text Anthony Smith and I'll shoot a video and I'll send it to his phone. Now, Anthony's working, right? So he does the pre-fight panel, the pre-fight TV show. And they usually are club level at one of the ends with a full studio kind of setup.
Yep.
So his prep is crazy. He's got to be there before everybody else. He's there after everybody else. So after everybody's gone, Anthony and Karen Bryant, they're still there doing the work. And so I'll go up after the final press conference is done. I'll go up and hang out with them for a bit and do that whole thing. But during the match, I'll send him a picture and he's like, so where are you tonight? And I send him the video and he goes, you suck. Because he's up and he's on club level, but he's still like, I'm right next to the octagon. And then he said, I'll share the picture with you. He sends a picture. Got you. So he sends a picture. I was like, what kind of camera do you have that you can take that picture? Like, it is really a thing. But they treated me well.
UFC,
And
they're like always just is awesome.
Well, the UFC,
They treat the fans. They respect the fans more than a lot of other pro sports.
Listen, they do a better job with their events, the promotion, the marketing. As a matter of fact, you and I were poking around, right? We're poking around before I took off. And I said, okay, let's see and they do very specific event catered stuff. And so with the Bulls, I showed you when they went to Chicago.
They match the culture of the city they're in. It's awesome that they do that.
Okay. Now, so we saw online that they had released a mask because it's Noche, Lucha, Lucha. Harrison, you knew I was going to do this.
Yeah. Well, I remember we were talking about it, and it was on sale for like $3. So we knew Rebecca was going to be good with just the $3 price tag.
Look at that beautiful.
It's got the real strings on it too. It's not just the slip-on.
Oh yeah, this is the banger. This is the banger. This is the lucha. This is the UFC Noche mask. Isn't that just awesome? That is fantastic. That is literally fantastic. So we'll have you put it on like during the break. But they also but we saw the jerseys that they were doing, right?
Yeah. Did you land
San
on
Antonio.
one?
I had to call an audible so my cousin, he is a Spurs season ticket holder, him and his son, and they're huge UFC fans.
Mm-hmm.
And so I walk in for the prelims, for the weigh-in, and they have some of the merch stands there. Now, mind you, there's 8,000 people there for the weigh-ins. Those 8,000 people are all in line trying to buy stuff before they start so they're doing a panel conversation. Everybody's standing in line. It's 500 people deep at every kiosk, except for outside. And I can go back and forth because I got the media pass. So I go outside because I'm figuring everybody's inside, right? Except for they're not. They're people who just came to buy stuff. They just came to buy stuff. They ruined the whole thing.
Oh.
They ruined the whole thing. So finally I walk to the side. Now I still have on my credential. And I walk over to the side just to look up close. And the lady goes, "Oh, you're media. What do you need?" Oh.
I can abuse my power outside.
Oh, there's power in this. There's power in this. This must happen. And Harrison, I got close enough to look, and they had different jerseys than the ones they put online.
No
and
way.
You know what they did? They took the Spurs jersey and put hey, Harrison.
Stop.
Sir.
Let me see this thing.
Bruh.
Okay, that's clean. Is the front let me see the front. It's just, I like that a lot. Oh, it's got Noche UFC at the top left as well. Why did they just understand it better than everybody else?
It.
It's not even
They
close.
get it.
It's not like it's not like my jaw's going to hit the floor on the groundbreaking design, but it's just simple and clean. That's all you do.
Amazing. So and I'm telling you, they sold, I easily expect 10,000 of these.
They probably sold out.
Like, you can't get anything but small. At the end of the night. There's nothing, like the women are buying the smalls, and it's just literally the drunk date buying small it was that kind of night, and you just go, wow. So I can't even, and I saw the Bud Crawford stuff that they were selling.
Oh, you didn't even look at that.
Oh, sir.
Is that on the website?
Sir.
I don't think we saw that.
Sir. Harrison. Arns.
What kind of merch? Like hoodies? T-shirts?
Hoodies, jackets, hats. Sir.
Get some Crawford merch?
Yes.
Hey, you know what? Great investment because he ended up winning.
He ended up winning.
42-0.
And sir, spectacular.
Good investment. DP.
All right, we'll go to break. I told you, whatever rabbit hole we end up down, that's what we're going to do. We'll be back.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
I think it's just vapor.
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
One vape pod has as much nicotine as one pack of cigarettes.
My kid
knows it's dangerous. 5.4 million American kids vape, and most think it's harmless. Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org. That's talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
Hey, it's me, your cell phone. We need to talk about something. Something serious. I know you love me. I know you like using me wherever you are, but I feel like this isn't working out when you're driving. I know you may think that it's possible to focus both on me and the road, but I just don't feel the same way. I think we should spend time away from each other when you're driving. It's for the best.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Are your feet just killing you and you feel like all hope is lost? Say goodbye to discomfort and hello to pain relief at Brown's Shoe Fit. They offer expert advice along with high-quality products to help you find the right solution tailored to your specific needs. Need a different width? Not a problem. Brown's carries a wide range of widths in store. Brown's Shoe Fit on 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Join LES at 6 p.m. Thursday, October 9th at the LES Operations Center to learn about the utilities' proposed 2026 budget and electric rates and share your input at the annual public meeting. Learn more at les.com.
Big news, Nebraska. Love Omaha is now Love Nebraska. This is more than just a new name. It's a tribute to what Nebraska represents in the world of volleyball. It's still the same team with the same mission, led by players you know and love. Now backed by a new ownership group led by Jordan Larson. As Love Nebraska, they're entering an exciting new chapter, pushing for a championship title in 2026 and building new opportunities for the next generation of players across the state. They want you with them. Let's show the world how Nebraska plays volleyball. Join the movement at lovneb.com and sign up to become a Love Nebraska Insider today.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
Hello, Husker fans. Stop into Zollner Ford of Beatrice for all your automotive needs. Whether new or used, car, truck, crossover, SUV, or EV, we've got them. Shop our ever-changing specials at ZollnerofBeatrice.com or give us a call today and go Big Red. We are Zollner Ford of Beatrice, Nebraska's volume dealer with the hometown service you expect.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat.
Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as confident as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here. I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. You're our legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe, and is the best way to protect that legacy.
Protect your legacy. Visit ready.gov/plan for the tools and tips you need to start your emergency preparedness plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
You're listening to One-on-One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Yeah, it's down the rabbit hole. Dan says, listen, yeah, the host of the Midnight Special, Wolfman Jack, and his wife, Wolf Woman.
With woman?
Lucy.
Lucy.
His wife's name is Lucy. Dan says also, my goodness, you guys need a care package from Canopy Street Market this week. Let's get it done. Sir, you know where we are. You know where we are. So, Dan, if you haven't gone to sleep yet, that means we need 3 because Harrison needs 1. Anthony Smith will be here Wednesday, and he has become a full fan of Canopy Street Market and Dan's goodie bags. So, and then of course, yours truly. Also, for the record, Canopy Street, so they do a really good job with fresh made meals each day.
Yeah.
And Dan spoiled everybody because he would put together bags of the meals for the student athletes, but he hasn't done it. Well, Rich Lovett heard me talking about it. And, wrestlers, when it comes to food,
Person.
it is a real thing. So at some point, I need to send Ridge and Caleb, send them down to Canopy Street. And look, Dan has a special room, a freezer with fresh made meals.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you hear the choir when you walk into it. Right.
I'm getting really hungry right now.
It's just shelves of fresh made meals, and they're all really good. Tomorrow's Tuesday, so Taco Tuesdays at Canopy Street. Go down. I want to say the tacos are $1.75.
If that even, I think it's a good deal.
Maybe. It's a great deal. It's a great deal.
TP, what is your favorite Dan prep meal or prep entree?
Oh, the meatloaf.
You like the meatloaf? Meatloaf's pretty fire.
The meatloaf Salisbury steak.
I like the Salisbury.
The enchiladas are always fire. Like he does an enchilada meal.
Haven't had
all the salads are incredible. I would rather have the pre-made salads. I would rather get them from Canopy than Hy-Vee. Yeah, I would rather get my salads from Canopy Street Market.
I get most of my stuff.
They do. Their turkey and mashed potatoes is insane.
I love their mashed potatoes.
The chicken cordon bleu is fire.
Salmon's good.
The pasta and meatballs is always. I get 2 for the week. It's necessary, absolutely necessary.
I haven't tried that.
Oh, it's so good. Like you can't go wrong. And then of course, as quiet Gap, they're Sloppy Joe's. They're Sloppy Joe's, and they will make. You can just get the meal, which has the barbecue beans with it, or you can just get the sandwich. Like he'll just put the sandwiches in there.
Does Dan call them taverns or Sloppy Joe's?
I
feel like you would call them taverns.
Barbecue.
He's a Midwest guy.
Barbecue sandwich. It's like a barbecue beef sandwich. I think that might be what's on the label.
Okay.
But you can't go wrong. And with those, and here's what's always funny is I always get 5 because I'm literally it's the week and I will knock them all out. I never.
Well, and the beauty of it, they're fresh. It's not going to go bad when you walk out.
And you can go. I mean, and they go straight from refrigerator,
yeah,
and then into the microwave, and it's all set. And then, but they also do hot meals, and then they do rotisserie chicken. They do. Like all their sides are fire. Like it's always green beans, broccoli,
asparagus.
Yeah, they do the full. You can do their salmon is actually they do a fish. They do a fish fillet.
That's always my favorite is the salmon. Do they do the risotto with
the salmon? Yeah,
I was gonna say I think they get the risotto with it too, which is if you put salmon and risotto together. It is like the best combo.
Their salmon is so well made, lemon on top. It's just like you don't miss. And so I do well stopping by there. But yes, Dan, care packages would be spectacular.
I need to start going there after work and just
it makes,
stocking up. It's so good.
Or go like for me, like now I'm in split schedules. So I'm here at 9 until 3, and then I leave and come back at 6. I'm here till 12. So, my doctor literally asked me, "What's your work schedule?" Like, stop it. Because it's 12 days of 2 shifts a day.
Yeah, I know.
Right? Like, and then I'm not smart enough to take Sunday off. Right? I'm just not smart enough to take Sunday off. And Sunday is the day that I clean up everything from the previous week. And get set for next week. It's a chance to look at schedules and ball games that you have to focus on and meetings.
Quick tell Pete off about his Cowboys to
right,
start off the week.
Oh, bro, like it just in full deep. Like, sorry, Pete. But yeah, it's a thing that I have to. But if I'm gonna do it, one, I need to get my workout in then. But also to run the Canopy and get fresh meals. So, there's that. And then shout out. Oh man, I gotta remember. I need to send an email to Tipsy Tina's because they're feeding more athletes this week.
Ooh.
So we need to make sure that I send that email out as well. She's supposed to stop by tomorrow. Of course, they will feed the crew tomorrow day, and then she has stuff for student athletes. So that's the thing. We were talking about the Washington Senators, 1971, the final year.
They were struggling, is what you were telling me.
8,000 fans per game. 8,000 fans per game. And to tell you, tickets were like $6, $5. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're even cheaper than that.
Well,
if they're just letting in, because like today you'll find tickets that are cheaper for teams that are having more success.
It says here. Oh,
I want to go for a nickel.
Oh, no, you're right. The most expensive field level seats were $3.
No way.
That's why I said back then, like that was the thing, right?
Yeah.
And people, a lot of people, it's a family of 6, 2 parents, 4 kids, hot dogs, 50 cents.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
And they're real hot dogs. They came from your whoever's whoever's got the livestock in town. He's bringing the beef for the hot dogs.
I'm telling you, it was crazy. Now that you think about it. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah. Hot dogs are 35 cents.
Oh my God.
35 cents. Sodas were 50 cents.
A soda was more than a hot dog.
Yeah. Well, because you bought them together. You bought them together.
Okay.
And I think for French fries it was like $1.09 or something.
What the hell happened? I'm buying water for $7.
Well, so when I was in elementary school, so let's go back to 1970, go back to 72.
Okay, 72.
70 or 71, 72. 72. And I was bused across county to a predominantly white school. One of the very few perks of this whole situation was I was delivering papers in the morning, so I had some pocket change, right? But the playground attached to the school, so the hard top that you would play basketball on, kickball, that sort of thing. Right next to that fence was a McDonald's. A McDonald's. All right, Harrison, you got to get the screen up. Yeah, we have to do better about that for next week. I'm actually going to put a sign out there telling people on game.
Yeah, the problem is they walk by too quick by the time.
Well, no, I'm going to put a sign that says, "Stop here, go to the window, count to 7, and look at the TV."
Perfect.
Like I'm just
That's all we need.
I'm just going to put. I'm going to put a sandwich board out there with chalk, and we're just going to write on there with a red sign that says, "Stop here, wave in the window, wait 7 seconds, look at the TV."
That'd be. I don't know why we didn't think about that.
And then the other side, like one side is stop here and wave. The other side would be stop here, do your dance.
It's such an easy. I don't know why we didn't think of this earlier. Literally, just get to your point, like one of those mill signs, except just have it be a chalkboard and just write down.
I literally ordered it this morning.
Oh, you did?
Literally this morning.
Okay.
Literally this morning.
Sweet.
But now remember, it's elementary school, so we weren't supposed to leave the premise. But we were diabolical even at age 10 and 11.
Sneaking off from McDonald's. Oh, bro. And they would serve you?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm always confused by that era. It's like sometimes it felt like, partner, neighborhood parenting where I was like, hey, DP, I know, no way in hell your mom is letting you get McDonald's.
School. You're next to the school. They know that kids are coming. That's probably the core of their business is parents like for breakfast. Like I remember the first time I walked into a class and one of my classmates had a Egg McMuffin for breakfast. I thought that mind changing. My brain just flipped because it was.
Oh, well, that was good McDonald's. That was good McDonald's back in the day too.
Bro. You could get cheeseburger, fries, soda for 89 cents. The cheeseburger combo was 89 cents. And then when they came up with the Big Mac, my 6th grade year. And they had these terrible styrofoam cartons. They were terrible. They were the worst. But you got that thing, but then you had to hide it because it was evidence.
Mhm.
And I think it was 99 cents for a Big Mac meal, small meal. You can get a Big Mac, small fries, small soda for 99 cents. Bruh.
When did it fall off a cliff, or do you still like McDonald's today?
Okay, so I have a love-hate relationship with McDonald's French fries. I literally could eat McDonald's French fries every day.
Okay.
And their soda, it's the best soda on the planet.
A McDonald's Sprite. I don't know what the hell it is.
I don't know what kind of extra. I don't know what kind of unicorn water they use, but their sodas are just better. They're just better.
It is weird.
There are French fries in there, and I was that way until I got out of college. In college, I don't think I ever did McDonald's in college. We had White Castle.
Oh,
White Castle. So there was the 3 burgers for $1, maybe.
I never grew up in the White Castle. I just remember like movies about White Castle.
Oh no! It was.
I always wanted to go.
Oh my goodness!
It looked awesome.
Tiny Giant, 3 chili dogs for $1, and they were open until 6 o'clock in the morning. Like,
I've missed it.
go to the bar.
Bummed out.
Oh, go to the bar. Listen, you could get a 6-pack for $1.99. Yeah.
I don't think we ever even had one in Nebraska ever.
We had 10-cent beers. We had nickel beers and 10-cent beers. Nickel beers on Thursday, 10-cent beers on Friday, starting at 12:01. 12:01 at the campus bar. 5 cent.
That can't be
beers.
good for the public. It can't be good for the public at all.
Listen,
It's way too cheap.
I'm just gonna let you know that what resulted in this going down to Old Dominion University with my best friend for a weekend, and you go to the bar was called the 4400 Club.
Okay.
And the campus bar at Old Dominion, and you could go to it, and on Thursday they would do the cheap beers, 10-cent beers on Thursday, but people would go and get beer and they would play caps and quarters in the dorms. But then Friday, 10-cent beers, and I want to say dollar pitchers. All
right.
And we would start at 12:01, man. And then that night it would close at 2 o'clock and you would go to the Tiny Giant. Except for one night, all my friends were in town and there was a bunch of us. One of my friends had a car. Somehow your boss ended up on the back of the car, on the trunk of the car, holding on to the little seam, holding on to it. Except my friends found it humorous. Let's speed up and then make a turn. And listen.
Wait, your boss was hanging? Why is it? Wait, oh, hold on.
No, me, your boss.
Okay. Oh, I was like,
is riding on the back of a car. The car speeds up and makes a turn. I go flying off the car, bouncing, bung, 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 into the curb. Listen, it took so much skin off my body. Hurt my back, hurt my neck. I had to ride in a car after getting out of the hospital. I had to ride in a car in a back seat with no skin on my butt. And like a neck brace for 3 hours back home.
oh my God.
And then having to walk in and explain.
Were you crying in pain?
Oh.
I would have been bawling like a baby
I
sitting on that for 3 hours.
No, I'm sitting on the curb laughing because how stupid can one man be that nobody of my friends thought this is a terrible idea. Nothing is wrong. Boing, boing, boing. 3 hops into the curb and up against the tree. Literally, it landed me on the curb. I'm half on the curb, half laying up against this tree that's on the curb. And they take me to the hospital immediely. And
just had to hold on for like 10 more seconds because then they're next. They'll hop on and not think about it at all. You just can't be the first one to go down.
Leadership. Leadership. We'll go to break. We'll close out this chaotic 2 hours.
Hey guys, it's Nick. We had a great week 1 high school football matchup where Lincoln North Star got the 14-10 win over Lincoln Southwest, but now it's time to turn our attention to one of the best rivalries in Nebraska. This Friday at 8 p.m., join me and Jay Foreman for Lincoln Southeast versus Lincoln Southwest. Southeast is coming in off of a dominating 30-0 win versus Grand Island, while the Silverhawks look to get their first win of the 2025 season. Kickoff is slated for 8 p.m. from Seacrest Field, with pregame coverage beginning at 7:45. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday night for Lincoln Southeast versus Lincoln Southwest, right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them?
By their clothes,
Their age?
the way they speak.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America, 200 Food Banks Strong, and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Pastor Tom. Did you know there's a place kids can seek out help when they're away from home and something goes wrong? They find themselves in a difficult spot or even a dangerous situation. Maybe another child is bullying them or a stranger is following them. Perhaps on a date and things just go bad. In Lincoln, here's where they can find help. It's called Safe Place. Safe Place is a national program for children taking place in thousands of cities across the United States. The People City Mission is sponsoring this program in our community and has set up a number of businesses, fire stations, schools, and nonprofits around the city to become safe locations where kids can seek out help. They just need to look for the big yellow sign that says Safe Place on it. Then go inside and ask for help. We will be quickly connected to them and ensure they make it back home or to whatever resources are needed. If you'd like to find out more about Safe Place and ways in which you can get involved, just go to pcmlincoln.org. Remember, when we all do a little, we change a lot.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm going to take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Hi, this is Pastor Tom. Did you know there's a place kids can seek out help when they're away from home and something goes wrong? They find themselves in a difficult spot or even a dangerous situation. Maybe another child is bullying them or a stranger is following them. Perhaps on a date and things just go bad. In Lincoln, here's where they can find help. It's called Safe Place. Safe Place is a national program for children taking place in thousands of cities across the United States. The People City Mission is sponsoring this program in our community and has set up a number of businesses, fire stations, schools, and nonprofits around the city to become safe locations where kids can seek out help. They just need to look for the big yellow sign that says Safe Place on it. Then go inside and ask for help. We will be quickly connected to them and ensure they make it back home or to whatever resources are needed. If you'd like to find out more about Safe Place and ways in which you can get involved, just go to pcmlincoln.org. Remember, when we all do a little, we change a lot.
You're listening to One-on-One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's one of the rare Monday nights where we're not going to outlast the Monday night game because there were 2.
Still going.
There were 2. And, you start to evaluate that, okay, we might have to start to circle Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers. Right? The win over, 2 wins within the division.
Mm-hmm.
You beat the Raiders on the road, and you get Kansas City Chiefs on the road.
Yep.
So, Captain Capri Captain Capri Pants.
Broncos took a loss.
Right? Captain Capri Pants sitting at top of the ACs with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They lead the Raiders 20-9. Also, thing of note, a postseason potential matchup is happening in Los Angeles. The Phillies and Dodgers were 5-5 in the top of the 10th. The Phillies just scored in the top of the fifth. Of course, you have the runner on second, so they get a run. The Dodgers will now go to the bottom of the 10th, needing to pick up a run to beat the Phillies. Cubs beat the Pirates. The Rangers and the Astros. The Astros needed the win. They got it 6-3 tonight. The Cardinals fall to the Reds. Yankees get shut out against the Twins. And I don't know what's happening with the Yankees. Doesn't always make sense. The Diamondbacks beat the Giants. Things will start to form its own picture as we go forward. But it's all of it's interesting to me that these teams just – this is the time of year. The Blue Jays, 5 games up, so they've got space between the Yankees and Red Sox. 2 of those teams will go in. The Guardians trying to make their way in. Of course, the Royals fell apart pretty quickly. If, it's the old statement, if the playoffs began today, the Astros would be the 6th seed, Red Sox and Yankees at 5 and 6, 4 and 5, with the Blue Jays, Tigers, Mariners. Mariners have moved ahead of the Astros, and the Astros are now on the wild card in the American League. In the National League, Brewers, Phillies, Dodgers, and then the Cubs, Padres, and Mets. D-backs are a game and a half back. Reds 2 games back, as well as the Giants. So we will keep track of it in each of these weeknights, take you through. Remember, the words of the week are these: beat Michigan, stay undefeated, be number 1, and then while you're at it, go Big Red.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them? By their clothes